Imagine this for a moment. You have a meeting scheduled with an incredibly wealthy man. He wants to hand you a check worth millions of dollars. But there's one condition. You must arrive exactly on time. Would you be late? Of course not. You would arrive an hour early. You would wear your best clothes, be fully prepared, and nothing would be allowed to stop you. But there is another meeting one that can truly make you rich in real life. This meeting is with the person who can genuinely change your life, and that person is you. Yet you don't wake up on time for this meeting. You keep hitting the snooze button. You say, "I'll do it tomorrow," and tomorrow never comes. Let us see how one person learned the value of time and how his entire life changed because of it. The young man's name was Adam. Adam was just like many other young men, kind-hearted and full of big dreams. But he was trapped in a cycle that was slowly crushing those dreams. Every morning, the alarm rang and he left on time for his job in the city's business district. It wasn't a job he loved. It was a job he did out of necessity. He was selling his most valuable asset, his time, for far less than it was worth. When Adam returned to his small apartment in the evening, he barely had the energy to think. He would collapse onto the sofa and scroll through his phone, watching other people live the life he himself dreamed of. He told himself the most dangerous lie of all. I don't have time right now, but one day I'll be ready. But one day is a sentence that rarely ever gets completed. Years passed like leaves carried away by the wind. Adam's hair began to turn gray, but his bank account remained empty. He wasn't completely failing, but he wasn't moving forward either. He was simply waiting. One rainy afternoon, Adam sat on a bench in the city's old park, his head buried in his hands. The weight of regret rested heavily on his shoulders. Then an elderly man approached him. His clothes were simple, but there was a strange calm and depth in his eyes. Gently, the old man asked, "Son, why are you carrying so much weight?" Adam took a deep breath. "I work very hard. I run all day long, yet I have nothing to show for it. I want to become something. I want to be free. I want to be free. But time keeps slipping out of my hands." The old man smiled softly. It wasn't a mocking smile, it was the smile of wisdom. He pulled out an old, worn leather notebook from his pocket and said, "Adam, you have the same 24 hours that a king has, the same 24 hours that a billionaire has. The problem I see a lack of time. The problem is that you re-giving your time away for free." He opened the notebook. It wasn't an ordinary to-do list. There were no errands or office tasks written inside. It read, 5 o'clock a.m. Pay myself first 8 o'clock p.m. Build my empire, the old man continued. Look at your life. When your boss calls, you answer immediately. When friends invite you, you show up without delay. When a screen calls, you give it hours of your life. You've made everyone else your ruler and turned your own dreams into beggars. Adam fell silent. The truth hit him harder than the rain pouring down around him. The old man closed the notebook, looked straight into Adam's eyes, and said, "You're not poor because you don't have money. You're poor because you never scheduled a meeting with your future." That night, Adam returned to his apartment. The TV was off. The phone was switched off. He took a piece of paper and stuck it to the wall of his room. On it, he wrote, 8 o'clock p.m. to 9 o'clock p.m., my meeting with my power. He made that 1 hour sacred. Every day, he shut the door, sat on a chair, and began to learn. Was it easy? Not at all. The first week felt like a battle. His mind craved comfort, his body demanded rest, and a voice inside whispered, "Skip today, do it tomorrow." But then he remembered the old man's words, "Never miss this powerful meeting." Adam fought laziness. He fought exhaustion. And slowly, things began to change. 1 hour started stacking like bricks. 1 hour turned into 30 hours. 30 hours turned into a new skill. And that skill turned into real work. With time, Adam's life began to transform. There was a new light in his eyes. He was no longer a prisoner of his circumstances. He had become the captain of his own life. My friends, look at your tomorrow. Is it only for others? Or is there a small space in it for you as well? We often believe success requires a lot of money. But the truth is the opposite. This journey begins with just 1 hour. 1 hour where you shut out the world. 1 hour where you build yourself. If you want to become wealthy, schedule your time. If it's not in your calendar, it won't exist in your life. Stop waiting for someday. Schedule your meeting with your future starting today. Protect your time like gold. Because one day, it truly turns into gold. If this story awakens something inside you, share it with those you care about. Write in the comments, "I'm ready," and that will be your first step toward success.